Hey everybody, Scott Steen with winnersandwhiners.com, coming to you today from the Al Michaels studio deep in the bowels of the Winners and Whiners Sports and Entertainment Complex to talk about the Quick Lane Bowl being played today at 5:15 Eastern Time up there at Ford Field in Detroit, Michigan. Don't forget to like and subscribe, all that good stuff. And as always, put your picks up there. Tell me whether you're disagreeing or agreeing with this pack, with my pick here. If you're tailing or fading, let me know, and let me know what else you're looking at today as far as the bowl games and any other action that you got going on. So there we go. Like I said, this is the Quick Lane Bowl. Quick Lane, as everyone knows, is a coalition that have asked people to stop driving 45 miles an hour in the left-hand lane, or as they like to call it, the quick lane. Let's get your slow asses out of there. Get over on the right-hand side where you... Excuse me, I'm being told Quick Lane is actually a chain of oil and lube places where they go in and do fast oil and lube jobs, similar to a Jiffy Lube. My bad. All right, well, let's take a look at this game, shall we? This features the Minnesota Golden Gophers there. I've got them ranked 48th in my proprietary power rankings versus the Georgia Tech Yellowjackets, who I have checking in at 40th in my rankings. Tech is a 5.5-point favorite. 56.5 is your total. The Gophers, how they got here, they finished 6th in the Big Ten Western Division. Wow, nice job, guys. Georgia Tech finished 2nd in the ACC Coastal Division. And the tail of the tape, it goes a little something like this. Minnesota 6-6 straight up, 7-5 against the number, and 6-6 overs versus unders. The Yellowjackets 7-5 straight up, 5-7 against the spread, and 8 overs versus 3 unders. You know, it's kind of a bittersweet game for Coach Paul Johnson of the Georgia Tech Yellowjackets. This is his last game for himself and the triple option offense that he's run for many, many years there at Georgia Tech. That triple option offense this year leads the nation in rushing at 335 yards per game. That is numero uno. So, the first question we have to ask ourselves, what about that Gopher run defense there, eh? Are the Gophers going to be able to get it done? Well, probably not. Gophers have a slightly below average run defense. They're 76th in the nation. They give up 177 yards per game rushing. That is not going to be good for them. They do have some real players. They've got defensive tackle Blake Cashman. He had 15 tackles for loss this season. Bad news for the Gophers. He's sitting out, getting ready for the NFL, so there will be no Blake Cashman. The Gophers will also be without offensive tackle Donnell Green as he prepares himself for the combine as well. Minnesota had a big win their last game to become bowl eligible, beating their arch rival Wisconsin for the Paul Bunyan Axe. So, yeah, it had to be a big moment for them, and it actually was. But they won that game by their pass rush, putting pressure on Wisconsin quarterback Alex Hornibrook and forcing him into 4 turnovers. In fact, their top 3 wins against Fresno State, Purdue, and Wisconsin were all won that way. All pressured the quarterback consistently and made him make mistakes. Tomorrow, that's not going to happen. Georgia Tech, although they will take the occasional shot downfield, quarterback averages just 44% completion, but he has taken some long shots just when you least expect it. But for the most part, they are going to run, and run a little more. Georgia Tech, I think, takes care of the Gophers here. Gophers, happy to be in a bowl. They're happy to have the axe in their possession for another year. But I think their story, I think their exciting season, I think that ends today. Give me those Yellowjackets over the Gophers. I'll lay the 5.5 points. Hell, that's less than 2 field goals. What are you talking about? Give me Tech. Give me Tech. And I think at the end of the game, you and I will gather up those winning tickets, and we'll head back to the window. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you on the next video. Take care.